Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. We have wandered through the wilderness. We did a stream so long ago that we were talking Top Shot on ship chasing. We have done best ball drafts. We have done slow main event drafts. We have done just about everything other than a live main event draft. And now the season is here, and we're kicking things off tonight with two very special guests from the Discord, the infamous Gormanji, who was referenced in the Josh Norris draft a few weeks ago on KFFSC, and of course Silas, who you guys know from the Discord, as well as the special guest on the Randomizer show a few weeks ago. Silas, Gormanji, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Same.
Winning 500K.
That's
and
right.
I don't want to hear any conspiracy theories that this is a paid actor that Josh Norris hired to keep this whole Gormanji thing under wraps. This is really Gormanji. This is the real guy.
What was that like? Because we never got to hear your side of that story, Matt, of you just having the draft we all wanted. I assume you had a lovely time that evening.
I was laughing. I had a nice glass of red wine. My apartment was a mess because we were moving the next day. There were boxes everywhere, and I'm just loving life. It kind of beat for me.
And have you since moved? Are you in the new digs right now?
In the new digs, yeah. Made the big trek to the Boston area from New York City. So, yeah, all settled in, ready to draft here.
Look at this. I mean, you're probably just over my shoulder, about 4 miles from my house. We could have done this in person. What are we doing, Matt?
I know, right? Basically just Google Maps where I expected you to live and just made sure I was kind of in your backyard. So
that's right.
If you see a random...
If I see you just disappear for a second and then I see someone throwing pebbles on my
I might just be over your shoulder waving a little bit like that.
Yeah. Lane asking here, no Gretch tonight. Gretch will be joining us tomorrow for our draft with Crack Rock. As you guys have probably heard, we have 5 main event drafts over the next 5 days. The one tonight, obviously, tomorrow with Crack Rock and Gretch. Friday, we have a double header, and then Sunday, a matinee with our Discord friends. So if you guys are into watching live main event draft streams, we are going to have you covered. Silas, how are you feeling? You've been in these streets. You're doing the best balls. You're doing is this your first main event, or have you done a slow main?
This is my first main event. I have another one on Sunday, and then my last one will be in September. So looking good. I mean, it's the start of draft season, so it's finally here. Long wait since March, and ready to go, ready to rock and roll.
I know. How's the start of draft season treating you?
The start of draft season?
I meant like managed leagues. Come on, Matt.
It does kind of feel like the start. I mean, everything was kind of the warm-ups. It's titled the main event for a reason. I mean, we're ready to rock now. And look, I love the slow drafts. I've gotten shit for loving slow draft. I like the slow mains. I like the slows on underdog. But I also love live drafts. And I'm ready to see when the chips are flying, can we get some people to make some mistakes when they don't have 8 hours to stare at the board? That's what we need tonight, right? We need some gifts.
Exactly.
So our draft kicks off here in about 10 minutes, and we are drafting from, of course, the 11 hole, because that is the slot we've been destined to have in apparently every draft, Pat.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Our first 2 drafts were from the 11, and then we also did a football guys draft from the 11. So we're quite experienced. The draft that we did with Ben was from the 10. So this is an area of the board that we're extremely comfortable with.
What about, speaking of, how about something we're extremely uncomfortable with? How do you feel about this comment, Gormanji? This is what happens. You come on the show and you get objectified. This is Ginobili's go-to comment.
There are worse things.
It's okay if you're speechless. I'll handle that one. Thank you on behalf of Gormanji. Thank you, Ginobili.
It's all the ship chasing tank.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see Okay, I need to go to the designer and get that logo up a little higher.
I got ship chasing going too, but I'm not in the tank. It's kind of you guys are the tank side, we're the T side.
That's right. We got the high T and the low T side over here. Yes, it is. And Silas, I recognize your backdrop from the randomizer stream. If you do need to get in a few putts, I know that you have that capability.
I don't have my obstacle course this time. She's in bed, so it might be a little bit easier.
And Matt, we actually did a slow draft together earlier this offseason. Recap for the people what we did in that one. That was our Diggs early team, right?
Yeah, exactly. We started Diggs at the 104. Somehow got Kittle at whatever that is, 209, I guess. And then CD Lamb fell in our lap in the third. Godwin in the fourth, I think. Ayuk in the fifth. Lamar. Then it's a little blurry from there, except for 2 injured Raiders. Remember, I think other than those 2 injuries, it turned out pretty well. I think we got Quadra Allison really late. It's looking like a good 0 RB guy right now. Visca,
Yeah, I actually have it right here. We'll pull up this team. This was the team we drafted a few weeks back. Lamar, Gus Edwards, AJ Dillon, CeeDee Lamb, Godwin, Ayuk, Diggs, Kittle, and then we got some RB flyers: Jackson, Scott, Singletary, Samaje Quadre, Gainwell. We do have the Bateman injury, Terrace Marshall, Laviska Shenault, and Marquise Brown. Looking like a pretty nice team. It's aged fairly well, I would say.
As I recall, we had Singletary fall to us, I believe, in the 12th in this. We got Gus Edwards really late. I don't know if you pulled the draft board, Pete. But I remember us debating whether or not we went Mostert or A.J. Dillon. We ended up going A.J. Dillon over Mostert in this draft. And then we ended up getting Gus Edwards, I think, on the next wrap, which made the Mostert decision feel that, because Gus Edwards is basically the same play as Mostert. And Dillon had more contingent value, which is why we went with him over Mostert. So that made that decision feel like the right one in retrospect.
Yes.
And we honestly may have gotten Edwards even 1 pick later, because I think we had Bateman in the 10th. We might have even gotten Edwards after that.
I might be right, yeah.
So yes, this team looks very nice. We'll see. We're definitely going to have different board textures now from when we did some of these slow main event drafts. Let me just do some housekeeping. How do I get into the Ship Chasing Discord? You're already a VIP member, so you need to go in the Discord and connect your YouTube to your account. If you go to the community or the membership tab on YouTube, there's a post that gives the instructions to do it. If you have trouble, hit me up on Twitter, shoot me an email, and I will get you squared away, Gerardo. If you guys are members and are not in the Discord, what are you guys doing? We're having a blast in there. The think tank is flowing. We're posting best ball drafts, main event drafts, getting dialed in here for the season. Ship Chasing Discord, very good time. Also gets you access to emojis. And I don't know if you guys saw, Matt and Silas, you have your very own emojis tonight out here.
I've had mine since the randomizer stream though, so I don't think there's anything new.
Oh wow, he's just old hat for Silas to have his own emoji. Wow. And
I should have made Norris Gormanji's emoji. I think that would have been really funny.
That's actually a really good idea.
We should have. What days are we all heading to Vegas? So Pat and I are flying out on Wednesday the 8th, and then we are flying back on Saturday the 12th, I believe. If that's right. Matt and Silas, you guys aren't going to be in Vegas, right?
I will not be in Vegas this year.
Yeah, this one was a tough one for me to swing with an 8-week-old baby and a 2-week-old move at the moment. So I figured I probably wouldn't push my luck there, but definitely feeling a lot of FOMO for sure.
Yeah, no, you got to get settled in. This is, lots of stuff going on with, COVID rearing back up and all that bullshit. So next year will be bigger and better. Blowout ship chasing party in Vegas 2022. We will do that. Any wish list items here? I know we never want to fully tip our hand, even though people generally know what we want to do. Any things you guys are interested in seeing tonight? Maybe a guy you'd like to see go earlier than he normally does. What are we hoping for?
Nick Chubb. Please go in the first round.
Okay, that could be good.
There's one wide receiver in the slow draft we did and every slow that you guys have done that always seems to go before we're ready to get him. So I'm hoping to get that guy potentially in the 4th round.
That would be nice. That would be
I would
nice.
be into that. The guys that I have on my wish list are the guys that have had their situations change. I'm very curious to see where James Robinson goes, and I would like him to go as early as humanly possible. And I'm very curious for where Sony Michel goes and where Daryl Henderson ends up going. I think they both might go earlier than we would be willing to take them, which would be nice. So those are the guys sort of top of mind for me.
Going off that, definitely interested to see where Damian Harris goes tonight. I mean, he's usually been sitting around the 7-8 turn. I wonder if anyone's like, yeah, he might actually get more work, even though he's not going to get passing downs and sneak up into the 5th, 6th.
Yeah. The other guy, I don't even remember where do we think Marquez Callaway is going, because he's got steamed so hard on Underdog. I don't. Where has he been ending up in main event or FFPC? Have you guys seen?
Based on the last few days, he's going at 120.
120.
He's gone as high as 85 and as low as 146.
Okay.
And he did go at the 112 in a Best Ball Mania draft that I did right before this.
You got to get your guy, right?
You got to get him.
Yeah, we need one of the drafts that Pat has had. I saw Pat was in a draft where Josh Allen went 101.
Tonight, 101 Josh Allen and 112 Marcus Callaway. It's quite a night, guys.
I mean, so you're grinding puppy drafts before this, Pat?
These are Best Ball Manias.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
all right.
The Best Ball Mania, I don't know what happened. I think people are drafting off their own rankings now instead of the ADP, because it's like, dude, it has been real nice.
Do you know what I should do? We talked about ruining the ADP. I should do a video about how to like set and change your own rankings and then just like really encourage people. Be like, hey, look, guys, these quarterbacks are way down here. I like to boost them way up.
Just like subtly have like Josh Jacobs is ranked like 25th in the rankings. That's a good one. There you go.
All right, guys, we are 3 minutes away here. We'll get the draft board up. I don't know if I recognized any names. I mean, I guess the move these days is obscuring names. Not everyone has the braggadocio of the ship chasers to just kind of put it on a billboard.
I know on Sunday I'm playing with Matt LaPrade, who came in 14th last year. That's one person I know.
There you go. I know on Friday I got a message from Frank, who is a ship chaser, and he found himself in our draft on Friday night at 10 p.m. So, eventually, the ship chasing crew, it's getting pretty big. So it's natural that we might have to draft against each other at some point.
I'm doing one more live main, and I made sure to wait to schedule mine until I saw your schedule. So it's so negative EV when we're in the same draft.
Dude, it's not fun. I was dealing with it because I want to do some more of the big dog drafts on Underdog, but I don't want to do them where like I have to tweet it out to fill the whole thing with 11 people I was like, I'm going to do the math because you can see how full it is. I'm going to wait till there's like 9 or 10, then try to tweet it out to fill it, because I don't want to do another big dog draft like we did on ship chasing where it's all ship chasers.
I love that draft though. I thought that draft worked out pretty well.
It did actually work out decently well. Maybe there's a sweet spot or where you don't want to be in like the Goldilocks middle of like a few ship chasers, but if it's like extreme, maybe then that's not the worst thing if everyone's skiing out in front of the avalanche.
All
right, guys.
I think there is that sweet spot.
So you guys know how the sausage gets made tonight. All of us have access to make the picks. So if there's any tomfoolery, if Pat's headphones go out, we have fail safes. We put in stopgap measures to ensure a Zach Moss, Jalen Reagor situation never happens again.
Although both of those guys are targets for me this year, so.
Yeah, we know. I've seen how distraught you were in a recent slow draft when we had to pass on Jalen Reagor.
Well, we had to do it twice, and then we're sniped by one pick on him in the following round, so it was pretty tough.
All right, guys, we're off to the races. The most predictable pick of the year, Christian McCaffrey. Always interesting to see Kelsey going too. I think it's completely justifiable, but he's normally a lock for 3 here.
Yeah, I think he's the right pick personally too. In tight end premium, you get the flexibility. Kittle's probably not getting back to you, so if you want the elite tight end build, that's the way to do it.
I don't know. I think at 2 right now, it might be the move to grab Kamara with everything the way it's moving. I mean, everybody already thinks that Jameis is going to start, so you can kind of start to mix him in there.
Silas,
not a bad call.
Silas, is this one of your buddies, or do you already have trolls?
That's one of my buddies. He's yeah.
I was gonna say that'd be impressive.
He's one of my co-managers for our FPG and main event teams.
Nice.
Yeah, good friend from home.
Yeah, I remember it was funny. So when we did our slow draft with Gormanji, we took Diggs at 4, and Silas, knowing he was doing this draft with us later this summer, immediately messaged us. It was like, "What's going on, guys? Why are we doing that?"
It's not even like I cared like that much about it. I was just like, I wanted to hear the thought process. I wanted to make sure that when we actually got into a room together, that we would
not do that.
Be aligned more so. No, because I wouldn't care about doing that. I think Diggs could very well be the wide receiver 1. So it wasn't like it was an outlandish pick. Just kind of wanted to hear the reasoning behind it.
Look at this, Max. Who has the final say in this room? Well, like I was saying, we all have access to make the pick. So it's really just who is most confident about a selection. But I'm also fairly confident that we are going to be on the same page tonight and come to an amicable consensus on every pick.
Yeah, seeing Henry go there was nice.
Oh, wow.
Right. Yeah, what they want to know what we're drinking tonight. What do you guys got going?
It's called FML, Fear Movies Lions.
Okay, there you go. I'm
nice
sipping
Napa Red.
Ooh, you're so classy, Gormanji.
I'm going with a crisp Asahi.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Nice little Japanese beer.
Geographies here.
So we got Devontae Adams here going at 6. I would say nothing too crazy yet, other than maybe Kamara going over Cook as far as what is normal.
But again, I don't really think that's crazy anymore.
No, I don't think it is either.
I'd say the craziest part is Henry at 5.
Yeah, because he's slipped some.
He's been, his ADP is like 7 recently, so.
I know Davis did his draft with some of the Daily Roto subscribers, and I think they got Henry at pick 11.
Wow.
I was secretly worried he was going to be at the top of the ADP list for us. Oh, great. All right.
Okay, so
all
Zeke goes. So Pete just had to chat. What do we consider Zeke at the? Oh, Silas did.
that was me.
I would never write that, Pat. All right, guys. I think it's Diggs.
I think it's Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I'm Diggs.
We
You
were.
took him at 4?
Yeah, we'll take him at 11. I think we had all gotten a little excited about the chance at a Waller start, but just making sure we locked up one of those 3 wide receivers or Waller, I think we're feeling pretty good.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the main 4 that we wanted. So
now this will be interesting here on the turn.
How do we feel about a wide receiver start potentially?
I'm certainly okay with it.
Definitely open to it. If there's one person here, I'm going to kind of pound the table because I think he can far outreach his ADP. But other than that, I mean, I'm fine grabbing wide receiver.
Yeah, I thought it would. Aaron Jones was a guy I would have been a little excited about.
Man.
Was that your guy, Silas?
No, I'm Saquon all the way.
Okay. So he's here. I am definitely open to that. I mean, it sets us up better structurally. Any other takes on this?
My only concern is, does he really have the upside here? I'm just worried that team's a total dumpster fire potentially if they have to rest him at the end of the year. And I don't know how involved he'll be in the pass game. I mean, it's obviously Saquon. So,
And I assume we're debating Saquon versus Ridley here would be the choice.
I would say Jonathan Taylor's in the discussion for me too, but
yeah,
I'm happy to go Saquon as the running back choice.
Yeah. Gormanji, what are you good with Saquon, or is it too queasy for you?
no, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do Saquon. I think that sets us up nicely.
My reasoning is just, if Saquon, even if he's not fully healthy to start the year, once we get towards the second half of give him a week, 2 weeks, which they're already saying he's probably going to be ready for week 1. I mean, he's by far one of the top 3 most talented running backs in the league. And being at full PPR, he's going to be involved. Danny Dimes throws short. I don't care that they got Kenny Golladay. They don't have a line, so it doesn't matter. He's going to have to dump off 1 million times.
Yeah.
And I think, Pat, you were just on a show. I'm going to forget his name, but wasn't there a doctor or PT who kind of allayed any major concerns about Saquon's knee too at this point?
Yeah, Edwin Porras. I was on his podcast, and he was like really into Saquon, which was he's saying given the amount of time he's had, he's already sort of past the point where he would need to be to make a full recovery based on ACL tear that he had, given his age, given how good he was, given just how stellar of a prospect he was, that all helps. And just to have that extreme athleticism going into the injury. That's
Patrick
all
Mahomes at the 206.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Okay.
That's exactly what we like to see.
Got to get that stack, baby.
Can't wait for the Hardman reach later. Is this Davis? We know Davis did a main event early that he was kind of being pulled different ways. It's a quad managed main, so maybe he's back in here getting his voice.
Looking good. These are the picks we wanted to see. A lot of these picks make me happy. Najee at the turn, obviously Mahomes, Chubb going here. I always say with these drafts, you never really know what the room's going to be like through 2 rounds. The teams start to show their colors really by the 3rd or the 4th. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm pretty good.
Pat, my question for you is: you said JT was in the discussion. With week 14 being the championship week in FFPC leagues, do you think that knocks him down a peg, or do you think he's just going to smash his ADP?
Yeah, it's tough. Obviously in the best ball format here, where the playoffs begin week 14, that I think is a real reason to downgrade him. But we haven't generally downgraded guys with league playoff buys because you still have them for the championships.
Yeah, true.
But you don't have them for the league playoff, and that means you get them for an extra week in the regular season. It's a short regular season. So if he crushes and he gets you the 1 seed, then you get to advance to the championship playoffs. So I think it's kind of a push and pull. I probably prefer the guy without the week 14 bye, but I don't think it's a major reason to dock him.
Yeah, and I do think too, with like Pat was saying, one of our things we've learned over the years too of just how important that fast start is, and just trusting on the waiver wire, you are going to be able to find some serviceable running backs by the time you get there. Obviously, you're not going to be able to match his ceiling and his talent, but I would much rather have that bye week super late like that than early and get off to a slow start.
True.
Let's see here. George Kittle. We always talk about this, man. This is the one hole, this advantage. I mean, such a dominant start. It's so unfair.
You see Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb. How are they going before DK Metcalf and Jefferson and Kittle and AJ Brown to let them drop to the 1 hole? Yeah, it's really a cheat code.
It really is a cheat code, especially if you're able to get Kittle and Brown. That just shouldn't happen. That doesn't even always happen in Underdog Best Ball Mania, and that's not tight end premium.
You can't, because AJ Brown's ADP is pick 20, and Kittle, you can get Kittle there, but now you're often having to, you can get Jefferson and Lamb, but you can't get that start on Underdog.
And you don't get Kittle there even 100% of the time. Like getting Kittle there is just, God damn it. That's quite a start. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're already competing against the McCaffrey team, but now especially so.
Yeah, interesting. And this is also I'm not going to, I think Kelsey is the optimal pick at 2, but you do box yourself out of a Kittle slide, which I think hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
You'd
also rather have Kamara Kittle than
Dobbins.
Right. I do love seeing that Dobbins pick there.
Oh, I know.
McLaurin, that's an interesting one going ahead of some of these other wide receivers.
Yeah, what are we starting to think about here?
Legendary upside.
We got it, man. We got it with the Saquon. I mean, Saquon he hasn't been like he was as a rookie season when he had Eli like really dumping off, but I feel like they could just be, I don't know, like as bad as their offensive line is, I actually wonder if it could be kind of a Kamara or a Christian McCaffrey situation where they're just doing a ton of dump offs this year.
Right.
In which case he could just crush.
Okay, here we go. We got
Chris Carson. Oh my god,
it's beautiful.
I honestly thought CEH was going to fall to the 7, and they were going to start Tyreek, Patrick Mahomes, CEH.
That would have been fun. I'm surprised CH isn't slipping a little more, considering we still haven't really heard fully back on his timetable yet.
Edwin was not worried about CH.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He thinks it's not a high ankle sprain. The report that it was on the inside of the ankle was apparently erroneous, which is important because that would have been a high ankle sprain.
All right, this is going. There's definitely a tier break coming up here at wide receiver.
Oh my god! Oh yeah! Here we go. David Montgomery just.
Beautiful.
Let's go. Oh my god!
It's so good.
I could give you a kiss, team number 7.
Oh, that was really nice.
Can we get a couple more rogues? Can we get a Kyle Pitts maybe?
Oh yeah,
I would.
he's still there.
Yeah, we're talking about a few guys. I would say Pitts is the 4th guy for me, maybe even the 3rd. I'm not even a huge Pitts guy, but I mean, we took Hawkinson at the 310, right, Pete?
Yeah.
Chat saying the James Robinson pick's coming up, so you can hope and pray.
Oh, DeAndre Swift.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a bummer.
There's one. I mean,
there's a sick faller here.
Yeah, that would have been so sick.
I think I'm Amari, but I could be convinced otherwise. I'm open to this is the next tier. So,
Gormanji, what's your take here?
I got concerned about Pat's conversation with Edwin Porras about Amari and that he's just going to have lingering issues all season.
I would Pitts here.
Pitts feels like a potential smash to me. I mean, I know obviously rookie tight ends, yada yada, but I mean the guy's a once in a lifetime athlete. You know, as we've said a number of times, like if the target tree's wide open for him.
Where are you at on Pitts, Silas?
I'm in on Pitts. You don't have to really convince me.
All right, let's do it because we're gonna like one of the receivers we get coming back. Let's get a Pitts share.
Yep.
All right.
Fine with that.
That's exciting. That's a fall.
Makes me a little sad we didn't grab Ridley, but at least now we can just hope he slides into the Ridley role.
Yeah. I mean, it's just such a bummer when you get the rogue picks and you can't fully take advantage of a slip. Like we were so close to A-Rob there.
A-Rob there would have been,
I mean, I was holding my breath for Keenan.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those two would have been very nice.
Can we take T. Higgins? Is that allowed here?
I mean, it's basically pick your flavor, right? DJ Moore, T. Higgins. I mean, What
I
do
guess
you
You guys want T. Higgins? We just got Kyle Pitts to fall in our lap like way after ADP. I have no problem reaching for T. Higgins. We have yet to get a share.
who's your favorite here, Silas?
I mean, I've been on Godwin all year, but I know there's concerns about that offense. I think Cooper Kupp's going to catch a ton of passes, but I can get on T. Higgins. I mean, I told you where I'm falling on Bengals before the stream, so fine with that.
What do you think, Pete? Should
Do we literally
start?
not have a single main event share of T. Higgins?
We have no T. Higgins.
Yeah.
We also might not have Cooper Kupp. So
we don't have Cooper Kupp. I'm good with Higgins. Where has he been going lately?
I mean, there's 6 seconds, by the way.
Yeah. Let's do Higgins.
Nice.
Higgins is at the 4-1, so the 3-4 turn.
Guys,
baby.
You literally need to reach if you want to get T. Higgins if you're at pick 11. He's not coming back.
No, I think he's going
he
at
won't
the
get
end
back.
of the 4.
4-5 turn. 4-5 turn.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he won't get back.
4-12.
It's a
Yeah.
big reach, but he's not coming back.
I mean,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's like, again, this whole thing with the ADP, it's like we get so anchored to it. I mean, is T. Higgins that different of a probability bet of Cooper Kupp? I like Cooper Kupp a lot too. And if I was doing a million main event drafts, I'd probably just take Kupp. But I think we're completely splitting hairs here.
I do too. It was awesome last year, and the reports out of camp are that like he's the guy. Like it, I don't know, man. It's like I'm starting to get really excited about him, thinking about like the idea of him as a young Allen Robinson with good quarterback play and a pass-heavy offense. Like could be pretty sweet.
And again, when you look at, we've talked a lot about too. I mean, basically from pick 3 to I don't know, AJ Brown. It's like a very flat tier of players, and I feel that about the wide receivers coming after that too, where of course I slightly prefer Keenan Allen and those guys, but I mean, the frustrating thing is just to see these starts, 3 running back, tight end, and not be able to take advantage of a tight end or a slipping value. But
the Pitts 311 does. There was a comment here saying we're already unique and stuff, and also like we're. I don't know, like the fact that we got Pitts, we just scooped Pitts. We didn't plan to take him. We let the room decide that we're taking Kyle Pitts. Then we can decide on our next pick. We're getting T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, now we don't have to worry about tight end. I mean, we talked about that later, so we're allowed to get a little bit unique.
Yeah, and we're set up structurally now to do whatever we want.
Oh yeah.
I think exactly. Like this feels like the perfect structure, right? You get the anchor RB, you get the elite early tight end, and then it's exactly.
Yeah, so there was our question. James Robinson here going in the early 4th.
Darrell Henderson.
Oh, yes.
Love this donkey boy.
Silas getting things warmed up for Crack Rock tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a Crack Rock saying, and we got the Crack Rock stream tomorrow night, so it's perfect.
Now, if only Team 5 grabs another running back, it'll be great. But no, things are looking good.
I love this.
We have a
start Tyreek Hill, and then you don't go back to wide receiver.
What's crazy is this would have been an aggressive selection of Darrell Henderson pre the trade. And normally you think you get a little slide, right? Like everyone's just a little spooked. So to go more even aggressive on it after the trade is wild.
He was somebody I thought could actually really fall to an area where you might get more comfortable taking him. I mean, I feel like he has a very wide range of potential spots now.
Is this the infamous?
This is the X.
Oh
this
my
is X,
God.
Dude.
Throw
This is
up
the
X. Let's go. God,
I may
X.
have been too early on my donkey call.
Pete, you breaking out the tequila?
I'm drinking it literally right here.
You taking shots?
Shots? I'm sipping tequila. I mean, we got a long week ahead of us, Pat.
Come on, man. The first of 5 drafts. He probably shouldn't be taking shots, but this guy's asking to take some shots here, Pete.
Yeah, it's okay. Look, All right.
I mean, just the highest T start you could get too. It's like not even the 4 straight running backs, but it's the specific running backs he's taking. The only thing that would have made it better was if he had gotten Nick Chubb in the second.
I don't think Nick knows who Mr. X is. I think you need to go watch the back catalog, sir. Mr. X.
He's also trolling you. I think he's baiting you into saying you'll take a shot if he takes another running back.
Oh, then he got me. Oh my goodness. All right. This is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a good one.
So the trouble with like this kind of start is I'm really liking Team 4 now. They got a really nice value on Chris Godwin. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Team 1 is just set up. I mean, if they go wide receiver here, I'm really gonna like their team.
I like 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
The thing with Team 1 though is seeing all the running backs come off the board. They're going to be worried about how to fill their RB2 slot.
Hopefully.
This draft right now looks like it's like going to be a dynasty league where there's 6 contenders and 6 teams rebuilding for next year.
Yeah, dude. Let's trade our future first, man. We gotta. All right,
I love our team station with Diggs, and then we have so much upside with Pitts, Saquon, and T. Higgins. Like,
do something funky, Team 1. Do something funky. What do I like to say? Team 1 loves to fuck it up, but they don't love to fuck it up.
This is a really good Team 1. A competent Team 1 is a bad addition to any drafter.
All right, Shelly says Team 1 is Hubbard, so we're not going to get any donkey picks from there.
Miles Sanders.
Interesting taking Deontay, though, over some of the other receivers that were left.
By the way, shout out to Shelly. I was looking at our draft so far and looking at basically if we took our each draft slot and gave it an auction value and who spent the most on wide receivers and the least on running backs through all of our drafts, it was Shelly. In our first draft, he currently holds the title. He currently holds the true 0 running back title of all of our drafts so far.
There you go.
How long did that exercise take you, Pat?
What's that?
I said, how long did that exercise take you?
Not that long. You can export the results from the draft board, so I wasn't typing in all the names. You can just download it as an Excel file. And
Pat, are you bored? Because I have some things I could have you do if you're bored.
No, actually, I do have quite a bit to do. I was just trying to figure out what's going on with our main event portfolio.
The first thing you need to do is start working on those NBC Sports Edge ad reads, Pat.
Oh yeah. I'm practicing every day. They got me. They got a coach. They got me working that up.
The Judy steam is real. The Grinders have read the beat reports. He's having the camp of his life. Teddy Bridgewater installed. X mode. All right. Man. This isn't a full shot, but this is 2 shots in here.
At least he didn't grab a running back.
Mr. X, dude.
X is a wide receiver. X, baby.
Dude, here we never actually found out. I mean, we can go see what the owner name is, but do you think they really are in this draft just to troll us? Try to get me drunk on a school night?
He won the league, didn't he? He won that league.
I think he won the regular season because he hit on Robbie Anderson.
That's right. That's all you got to do, man. You just find one guy like Robbie Anderson.
You live in the structure and you let the structure do the work for you, and you find Robbie Anderson.
In the 14th round is your wide receiver 1, or whatever it was.
It worked. It worked. I tried to talk Pete into going robust for about a month after. Javonte here in the 5th. See, it's one of those things where I think Javante's ADP is going to rise now because of ETN's injury. It's sort of like if you're looking for that profile and you don't have ETN, you're naturally going to gravitate towards Javonte.
Dude, the middle of this draft is wild.
It is a beautiful thing.
It literally couldn't be any better, I don't think.
I mean, there could be a few more of them. I would like that. I'm starting to get excited, guys.
Yeah, I'm getting excited here.
Oh, I'm very excited right now.
So there's 3 picks until we pick. I think we're in good shape. Brandon Ayuk just selected. That was one of the guys I was excited about.
Same.
We are on the clock.
Okay.
Jamar Chase is
Jamar Chase.
Yeah. He has been going what? Late 4th?
5'8".
All right, let's stack the Bengals up.
5'8".
Boom.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Such a nice start.
The Bengals double, I think, would be you'd have about a 1% chance of a Bengals double if you don't take Higgins there. Like you're not going to get Chase coming back around in the 6th. And you
No,
don't
but
pass the ball. So
I do think I will say I don't think it's probably that unique because I think a lot of people could get the Bengals double from the early spots, like the 4 or 5 turns.
for sure. But I mean, for where we're at, if we want a Bengals double, I feel better about the Higgins pick is what I'm saying, because now we have a Bengals double, and that's awesome.
Let's see what Team 12 does here. Definitely have definitely some nice targets here.
Wow, that sucks.
What do you guys think about Odell?
I love Odell as an upside play. Personally, Logan Thomas.
I'm okay with Odell.
Who would you make it? Who would be I mean, we can pretty safely talk because no one else is going to come back. I don't even know who else I would want if not Odell here.
Yeah, I can't make an argument for
Visca.
I think there's enough of.
I think it's too early for Visca.
Yeah,
in this room too.
Yeah. Good point.
I like Odell.
I think Odell's the clear break.
Yeah. All right. Odell also kind of fits
don't want
the build, right? Because we got the rookie, we got the second-year player, we got the rookie tight end. So Odell, I think he makes sense.
I mean, look at what Odell did at the beginning of last year. If he didn't get hurt, finally healthy, second year in the system. They should use him more. You would hope. I mean, he's a discount 6'2".
Definitely has a few more TD passes in him, I think.
It's nice to balance out, the dynasty team we were building with a little veteran leadership.
Lamar goes.
This is a pretty start. This is a very pretty start.
We would be absolutely raking if we were in the middle of the board.
Oh yeah.
It's not been we finally got a gift with the Chase slide. But even Henry was saying
the Pitt slide too.
Yeah, I mean Pitt slid 4 picks after ADP. Chase has been sliding a decent amount just because there's all the concern over the photo, the domestic violence, and the reports about him just being bad in practice, and he had those drops in the preseason game. So, but I definitely love buying the dip on Chase there.
Ricky wants to play Guess the X.
Yeah, let's play Guess the X here. This looks like does he go like Kareem Hunt?
I'm going to say Noah Fant.
That's where I was going to lean.
Oh, you're right. He's got to get his tight end.
X honestly could draft Etienne without knowing he's out for the season.
Sony. He takes Sony here.
No, dude, if he takes Sony, I'm not going to write any checks I can't cash, but he can't take Sony. I was going to say I'll finish a bottle of tequila, and I was like, I do
2020 Pete would have said I'll finish a bottle of tequila, but X has shown you that he's willing to do it.
Trey Sermon also sounds right up X's alley. Someone who's really not going to catch passes.
There goes Kareem Hunt.
Number 9 here.
Or based on him winning the league because he drafted Robbie Anderson, he could draft Robbie Anderson again.
Oh, there you
No,
go.
it's too
Play the
early,
hit.
man.
No, yeah. He's trying to find this year's Robbie Anderson,
That's
man.
right.
He's AJ Green is gonna hook him
Damian
up.
Harris.
Wow.
Damian Harris.
I love the middle.
Said
of
I
this
was interested.
board.
Here we go. What are you doing, X? Take it easy on me.
I'm praying for Sony.
It's
Come
a
on,
school
man.
night. It's a
I'm
school
calling
night.
Antonio Brown.
Sony.
I'm calling Antonio Brown.
He did
Oh,
He's listening.
I was called it.
He's listening. I'm off the hook. I'm off the hook.
Oh,
By the way, I did look. There are 2 main event teams with Chase and Higgins so far.
Only 2 total?
2 total out of 58.
Should we
Wow.
create a gated Discord community for owners who have those 2? Change our profile pictures to Higgins and Chase?
are you able to see the rest of the team or?
I mean, I can probably look into it. Yeah, I could probably find them.
Oh man, I would have loved
The
to
middle
see
of
that
this
so much.
board, like 5, 6, and 7, just absolutely duking it out for high testosterone supremacy.
It's a beautiful thing.
People are excited about Damian Harris now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're on
his-
6
his
now.
Backup just got replaced by somebody who's better.
That's usually not good.
Oh, right, yeah.
Let's see what Team 1 does here. Tyler Boyd, and I'm going to guess Trey Sermon.
Stop taking wide receivers, team 1. You don't have a running back 2 yet. You need to fill your starting lineup.
Get your quarterback.
Fill your starting lineup. God damn it. This guy knows what he's doing. Oh, it's Hubbard. It's Hubbard.
Yeah,
I keep
I
forgetting it's
told
Hubbard.
you that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you did. Ugh. Hubbard knows what he's doing.
It's such an interesting mix of players there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a really
do you
nice
guys-
team.
Have you guys been I haven't been drafting much Deontay Johnson at all.
No.
I take him
that
a little
range.
bit. He falls like in this draft. I mean, in this draft, I wouldn't have taken him till where we took Odell. But sometimes on Underdog, all the wide receivers get snapped up, and I'll grab them around where Julio went.
I mean, if we were in the one hole, we're probably going Ayuk Judy at the turn there, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, T might be there because we're not at the 11.
Yeah. All right, X mode. What do you got? X, go back to your roots. Too soon, Patrick. Too soon. Odell Beckham, for those of you who don't know, has changed his profile picture to an entire CryptoPunk. Not even a fifth of one.
All right, there's a couple guys I like here.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
Oh, I was like, why won't he add to the queue? Why won't this guy add to the queue? Because he's been taken.
Sorry, Team 6. You don't get the highlight reel.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, look at this. Willis says, not my ex. This isn't the ex I used to know. He changed. Let's see what Team 7 does here. Be a great time to get Mecole Hardman here. Mostert, okay, he's He's his own Mr. X here.
I bet we got
wow.
number 9 at 7. We got 7 at 12. We got all these crazy names,
dude.
Crazy stuff.
I guarantee you, Team 7 texting his buddies right now, guys. You won't believe the 0 RB start I did tonight. I waited until the 3rd round, man.
I love it. Okay.
Pat, get him out of the queue. Pat's clicking buttons here.
Sorry.
He was smashing the ad in the queue.
I want
Matt smashing the ad on Visca and added a player none of us wanted.
I need to log Pat out. Can we get Gormanji on the 1s and 2s over there?
I was tilting. Okay, I'm back now. I'm good.
Because they won't do it because Pat was smashing the add to queue. Smash the like button.
Shit! There goes Debo.
God damn it.
And son.
I'm telling you, this draft is crazy, but we're not getting anything to fall.
There's a guy
such a
well, we can maybe try to sneak him to the 8th, but
it's a tough
actually
area.
a couple guys.
We're on the clock. Leonard Fournette.
Wow.
Perfect.
How are we not getting more values with these picks? I like Gallup. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm fine. Gallup. Gallup's good
I like
value.
Gallup.
I think Gallup's the pick.
Yeah.
Get some Dallas exposure here.
Yeah, Gallup is so cheap.
It is so mean of them to leave Etienne in the player pool like this. He's just perpetually at the top of the ADP.
I know. On Underdog, they removed his ADP at least, so he wasn't there. Yeah, I mean, this draft won't be complete unless team 5, 6, or 7 timeout with ETN.
I'm not sure what do we think of this next pick. I'm gonna put someone here.
Cobra, your takes are so bad, dude. They're so bad, Cobra. I just want one good take from you in the chat.
Corey Davis. Flying up draft boards.
Yeah,
I guess they are really they're grinding the news.
Yeah, you know, when their best wide receiver isn't playing, you gotta trust the Corey Davis usage.
Hey, and when anyone's ever getting a 77% target.
So I'm gonna throw something out here. What about Devonta Smith?
Okay,
that's the ADP play, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know he's not a guy that we've generally been very excited about, and I know we're stacking up rookies, but I don't mind him here at all.
I mean, he's the number 1 wide receiver on his team. The only other person I would consider is probably Mike Will.
The only thing about Devonta Smith is he has paths to being the alpha down the stretch. Yep. I feel like Gallup is like the premium Mike Will pick.
Yep. Nope. I'm fine with Devonta Smith.
All right. Let's do it.
And I do think we can get another like arbitrage Mike Williams type at the 9-10 turn.
Yeah, I like that. I like that move. I was reeling with Russ. We were in the chat here. Like normally when there's a kind of a tier break and we don't really know what to do, that's usually a good spot just to go ahead and take a quarterback in these. And he's like the last of the elites, I think. So I was excited to get him. But Devonta Smith, we don't have him yet. Certainly high upside. And by ADP, just letting the room decide this is a good spot for us to take him. I like it. I mean, I think Davis sent me a draft that he was doing with Rich Rebar and Thorman and Silva, I think is the group. And they took him at 703. They took him at 703. So we got a nice value.
Wow.
Yeah. Davis was saying Reeves super high on Devonta Smith. Always nice to have the Lord Reeves stamp of approval.
Wow.
Always nice.
Team 10 really throwing this start away. It looks so good.
Why couldn't you have done your rogue pick instead of the Allen Robinson one? Why couldn't we have had Allen Robinson?
Seriously.
I will
James
say, like,
Robinson is looking pretty right there.
yeah. With the Saquon pick or the Taylor or whatever you do, if you grab that running back early, the thing I do love about it is that, like, I just don't care. Like, Fournette goes, Connor goes. Like, you can't make me sweat now. You know what I mean? Like, we're okay. We're gonna be okay at running back because we have Saquon Barkley.
Pat sounds like he's leading a zero RB motivational group. We are going to be okay at running back. I promise you, people. Pick your heads up. We're gonna be okay.
Here goes Marcus Callaway.
Oh, baby.
Do we just skip over Naheem Hines in the 8th there?
Oh, you're right.
Oh my
God. I didn't even catch that.
Sixth running back. Sixth running back.
Here's
Eric Bimefor. What does Naheem Hines do for there?
Dude, this is what we call anchor wide receiver. You get your anchor wide receiver and then you just crank it.
You crank it.
Patty
Ryan Green,
Mahomes
man.
is scoring
Ryan
60
Green.
fantasy points a game. He's winning every week.
This draft is wild. Rondell Moore just went.
Someone in the comments just said Team 7 is 100% the counselor.
It honestly could be. He would. The other thing, see, this Team 4 here, this looks like one of my best ball rosters where I'm playing for that Week 17 Dallas Arizona game stack. You get Dak and CeeDee, and he's bringing it back with Rondell. I mean, this guy's playing to win the 500,000.
Are you doing Rondell in the 8th? That's aggressive even for the puppy.
I will tell. I mean, we're in the single digits with Rondell now. We don't care.
Oh yeah, I know. It's true. I try to hold the line in the 9th though.
This is a room.
This is the best room I've ever been in. I love it.
I know it. It's. I do feel like I'm very happy with our team. I just still am lamenting that we're not getting some of these insane values because of where we're at.
Team 1 is just
we are getting some values.
So good.
But not insane. We're getting like 4 or 5 picks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want more.
Like, yeah, exactly. It's like an A+, but I want it to be like the A++ team.
Right.
Lots of people in the chat wondering how much these drafts are. Yes, $1,800 for a bit. Trust me, I paid a lot more for a bit.
1,900.
1,900.
1,500 if you've done more than one.
There you go.
That's right.
All right, Hubbard.
Oh
What do you got?
James Conner in the 8th.
There goes AJ Dillon.
But it's like, as you said, Pat, because we have Saquon, we don't even sweat missing out on AJ Dillon.
No. Yeah, it's fine. It would be nice. It would be nice to have him.
Yeah.
Hubbard is just scooping value, man. God.
Yeah.
Mike Williams there is really nice.
All the grinders get tilted about 0 RB, and then you watch Hubbard do essentially a 0 RB team. Just so happens he had the 101 pick.
Goddard's a decent value. Is this
really nice build.
Hubbard's 21st main event? Or is that just his normal username?
I could see that being the case. I listened to him on the Goat District podcast the other day. I mean, he says he's doing 3 to 4 drafts a night right now until the start of the season, and a lot of them concurrently.
Wow. Well, he's crushing this one.
I'm not a fan of that Goddard pick. If you already have Kittle there.
Yeah.
I don't really like to do that, but Sean Siegel's pretty into going with the second kind of like startable tight end. Like he really likes that structure. So,
but he's also very choosy with the tight guy.
That's true.
If somehow Ertz does get traded within the next week, Goddard will fly. Should move up the draft boards. I mean, he's falling right now because Ertz is still there. So they're hoping he's going to get peppered with targets, and he's essentially just a flex play. I don't hate it. And he got him late.
Yeah. I think it's fine because he's going after Tunyon. He's going 3 rounds after Higbee and Fant. Like some of the Ertz stuff's baked in a little bit at that point. And to your point, there is upside.
Terrence Marshall.
Wow. I mean, I like Terrace Marshall as much as the next guy, but not as much as this guy.
Well, am I wrong? So it's interesting to see Terrace this high up.
I'm telling you, man. He makes 1 catch in practice, 1 in the preseason, slow-mo HD. We're talking 4K. You see Terrace Marshall? I dare you to pass on him there.
Oh man! All right, number 9 is our new X. What does he have in store for us here?
No, number 7.
Well, no, it's a 7 hole, but his name.
Oh,
is
his team
9.
name is number 9. It's very confusing. Throw it up.
Out of the 12 hole, the team name is 7. So everyone's just trying to screw it. I mean, this is not a very streamable team name group. All right, what you doing, man? I think he goes tight end. Although it's not really tight ends to pick. Oh, man.
What a pick.
Shepherd.
That is like the quintessential robust running back.
Honestly, if I'm drafting my second wide receiver in the 9th round, I am kind of looking for a Sterling Shepard type.
Yeah. I mean, it does make sense, but it's like,
I mean, I would go Jarvis Landry, but I mean, knock yourself out with Sterling Shepard.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so we're up in 4 picks.
I like the queue that we have currently.
Yeah, I like the options we have.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get 2 of these targets at 9-10.
I'd be very into that.
There's Landry. Michael Carter goes.
Oh, wow.
All right, we're on the clock.
Who just
Mooney
went
goes.
at 10? Darnell Mooney goes.
Mooney.
So we basically all of our targets are here. Which of these? I think we should pick our favorite wide receiver to take right here.
It would be Will Fuller for me.
Let's take Fuller then.
Let's do Will Fuller.
Good, Silas?
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally on Mecole, but if all 3 of you are on Fuller, I'm fine with it.
My only thing about, I do feel like Hardman's a little bit like Gallup, and then when you are drafting wide receivers in this range, like who are the guys that could be alphas down the stretch? And I think Fuller has that, but I mean, I love Mecole too. I guess Silas, what I'm trying to say is I prefer him in best ball.
No, I mean, there's definitely more outs to Mecole not being as good as Fuller, so take Fuller.
Yeah.
He's our 7th wide receiver. Like that's kind of where I'm at. You're kind of shooting for upside.
Yeah, you got to have a guy who's just like crushing, I think.
So I kind of think the way this room is going, I kind of think we could take a running back target we like here. And Elijah Moore goes. That makes it easier too.
Yeah.
I'd be fine taking Mecole here.
If you guys, I'm fine with Mecole too. If or Silas, do you want to go? Yeah. We're probably done at wide receiver if we go Mecole.
This is probably our last wide receiver pick. That's what I was kind of putting in the chat. Yeah, I think we take Mecole, shoot for the upside, and if he fully becomes the number 2 in the Chiefs offense, we're sitting pretty. Or if Tyreek goes down, we have the for sure number 1.
Are there any running backs you want to quickly throw out there?
So Rojo is the guy for me that looks like a nice pick here and a nice RB2.
I think I'm Mecole.
Okay, I mean, if
weird
Yeah.
Done.
Plot twist. Yeah.
Be cool it is. I mean, if the fucking Rojo stan doesn't want Rojo, I mean, who am I to argue
When
for?
When Pat is done caping for Rojo, it's all over.
I was about to play this, but no, you don't get it.
Oh,
No,
come
no
on,
Rojo.
play it.
No
You play
Rojo.
it.
No.
He hasn't gone yet.
You didn't draft him. You don't get him.
Pete,
Johnny
I'm
Smith.
there's a code that I need you to text me. Can you just send? What's the code just got texted?
Oh yeah, you're trying to get into StreamYard? Forget that. I've already seen your work in the queue trying to add Aaron Rodgers to the queue.
That was by accident.
Johnny
Look
Smith.
at this. This offseason has been all about the heel turn. I turn on Visca, Pat turns on Rojo. That's what we're doing now.
I do take Rojo, but like in a three, we know it's a 3-man backfield now with Gio, and so you have arbitrage versions of Rojo that you can get, and I think the big time upside at wide receiver dries up. I also had DJ Shark as an option. He's a guy that I think has pretty gigantic upside in the 10th, as well as Mecole. Those two guys I think are on a different level than really any of the running backs. Maybe Pollard, just in terms of pure upside, but I think we can arbitrage Rojo.
There's Sony.
There goes Sony. Guys, I don't know if you guys ever considered this, but a lot of our wide receiver points are going to be on the bench.
No, this is best ball.
Oh, it really, I wish it was best ball. I'd love our team.
Oh,
if
it's
it was
not best ball? Oh,
No,
damn
it's
it,
managed.
Dude. Wow, we blew it. Yeah.
How are we gonna decide?
We're leaving all these points on the bench then. No, I mean, in all seriousness, like the strategy here is, so it's a 2-part strategy. One, we think we're going to win this league by scoring the most points in the flexes. 2, if that is your plan, then you need to be attacking throughout the draft the position that's going to score the most points throughout the draft, which is wide receiver. Wide receiver picks score the most points throughout the entire draft, basically. And then 3, if you're trying to win the flex, which is a 4-position group with wide receiver 1, 2, flex 1, 2, so 4 spots. If you just take 4 guys, you're banking on so much luck to actually execute your strategy. So you are building in some redundancy to the way that you're trying to take down the league. And ultimately, we're not going to be leaving a ton of points on our bench because some of these guys are going to bust, some of them are going to get hurt, and some of them are going to be absolute smashes that we're going to be so psyched that we have on our team, and they're going to help us win the league.
Right. It's the same reason why Team 7 is drafting so many running backs, because he knows half of them are going to be dust, and you're going to need to be starting Nyheim Hines. Like, we're drafting with humility here, guys.
Sony. Oh my God, Sony went.
Jamal Williams is somebody who's actually been an interesting RB candidate.
Yep.
Can we get Clayton's coming up now?
Yeah, it's so good. We do these streams for the ship chasers all summer. It's nice to get the world joining us. Clayton, so what you're saying is that we took too many wide receivers and you're upset with our Saquon pick? That's what you're saying?
I think he's saying that Mecole's a bad wide receiver 8 and we should have someone better. we should have taken Ridley over Saquon.
I mean, I guess he's saying the Ridley, Rojo versus Barkley, Hardman 2v2. That's what he's saying, I think.
I think that's Barkley. I went the Barkley side.
Yeah.
That's kind of a no-brainer, yeah.
I mean, this team would absolutely crush if it was in BBM. So.
So.
Mecole more of a wide receiver 9 for me.
I'll take things ship chasers say for 400, Alex.
That's great.
Team 7 is ass.
I do. I mean, Mr. X has slightly changed, but not completely.
he's definitely changed a little bit, but this is like all of the wide receivers are very, very on brand. Although 4 of them is not. I don't think it's X. I think it's like an homage to X mode. It's X. It's XS.
Maybe it's his AI. He's just running it to try to emulate his draft strategy, and this is him working out the kinks.
Yeah, that might be it.
I like those
There
picks.
finally. Yeah, they're good picks.
Those are good.
It's a good team.
Oh, Paul just outed X. X is Josh Norris.
So Josh Norris is X, and Josh Norris is Gormanji. Therefore, X is Gormanji.
Oh my God.
So Gormanji, how much is Josh Norris paying you?
It's the other way around.
Do you have a promo code for Underdog Gormanji?
Yeah, it's just Manji, MANJI.
It is such a cool name. I'm very jealous that you have this moniker.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It dates way back to college, actually.
Yeah, what's the origin story?
It's a play on my last name and the acclaimed children's movie Jumanji, and I guess book, was often shouted by some friends during games of beer pong.
Okay. I was hoping it was like you walking around campus with a Ouija board or something.
Put your hands on it, it'll tell you your book. Would you like to commune with any of your dead relatives? Yeah.
There was no way Ronald Jones was escaping X mode there. There was zero chance.
It is sad that X mode is the one to break my heart in this draft. That it doesn't speak well of me.
He gives and he takes.
I like who's at the top of the queue right now.
Yeah, that's where I'm waiting.
Let me go in the room. Let's see what you sickos are doing in here.
I'll put it in the chat.
I see it. I'm staring at it.
You don't need to go in the room.
It's like a little reach, but I'm okay with it. I think it makes sense for our build.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely higher on him than I am, Pat, but with this team, I like it.
There is a counter, which is the counter sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
The counter is waiting.
Right.
But because I really do think at least one of those guys should make it back. But the problem is we have now demolished a running back tier. We are now in a completely different stratosphere of running backs.
There's one, I think.
Well, if we have a guy that we want here, then the 1202 will be someone we want too. So we might want to go to a different position and pick our guy. Any news hounds in the chat know what's up with Alexander Madison? I've been drafting him a bunch still. He was on a bike today. The Vikings just don't seem to want to say what the injury is. It doesn't seem serious, but I would like to know.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything other than he left the last game early
and he hasn't practiced since.
Yeah.
I'll toss another name out here that a little off the board, but insane ADP value. Gesicki doesn't look too bad to me.
Gesicki.
Yeah, he's just kind of
getting ready for tomorrow.
I'm not really that into him, but there goes Madison.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think we are waiting on running back. I think drafting a running back with one of these two picks just based on what's on the board is so gross.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody I'd even feel great about throwing out right now.
And I don't even feel like double tapping
Everett more than Gesicki.
I don't love Everett as much as like the second tight end. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I think we should probably get the quarterback that you guys want to get. But man, I don't love this spot. I would, yeah.
Yeah. This is the worst spot we've had. Honestly, I might lean towards Gesicki here.
I think
Okay.
Gesicki's a really nice pick.
I feel like, 12's not taking a quarterback, right?
No.
Even if he does, we'll be okay.
Actually, yeah, he's Russ, so he shouldn't.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Let's
that.
let the ADP decide it.
My only concern with Gesicki is he doesn't get the target share, and because they added so much around him, like, what's he going to be?
Yeah. The problem is just like the alternative. Like we're having to make some non-wide receiver picks, and unless we were double tapping QB there, I mean, we basically have to make a tight end. But I guess if you, I still slightly prefer Gesicki to Everett, but I like Everett a lot too.
I just think Everett's better, and I think the offense could be better. So, but
yeah,
getting
I just think
at the end of the 11th is pretty good value.
Yeah. And Gesicki, I think, could also, I mean, the whole offense is going to benefit from a Tua lead, but Gesicki could really benefit from injury stuff too. And there's kind of a nice, yeah. Oh, wow. Ramondre.
Wow. The thirst is real.
And I do think in this build, just where the running backs are, we probably are looking at taking 2 quarterbacks and basically saying we're going to dominate everyone everywhere except running back 2.
Tony Jones.
Tojo.
I've been drafting Tony Jones, but not in the 12th. I've been drafting him in the 17th, 18th rounds.
I'm Hurts here.
Yeah, let's do Hurts.
I'm Hurts too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, get that rushing upside.
Boom.
Rushing upside, plus we have Devonta.
Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty sweet.
I think that's a good pick. I think
I
that
really
that's
like Hurts. I don't know why he's so cheap.
Yeah.
People were concerned he wasn't going to actually start.
I know, but it's 3 weeks before the season. He is.
It's kind of residual, right, from all the Watson trade rumors, I think, and just nobody started moving him back up. I mean, and I don't know how you take Tom Brady over him. It seems pretty crazy.
Yeah. So watch. This is what. So team 3 is definitely going to take a quarterback here, and can we just not let team 1 get Lance to stack with Kittle? That'd be nice.
No, he is though.
I have faith in X mode here to back up Josh Allen with Trey Lance.
It is tough because if you're in the room with a guy like Hubbard and a bunch of guys are doing weird stuff, like there's not enough people doing the right stuff to prevent Hubbard from getting his out of the one spot. Like I don't like that part of this dynamic.
Yeah. So one thing I've been just thinking about there. So I have no problem with the Hardman pick, but I do really like the Gesicki pick in the context of this team. Like when we make that choice to like push it hard with Hardman there, I do think it would have been a mistake to like super reach for a running back, just feeling like that was the next need. And even though Gesicki feels like a luxury pick, I do really think that's the way to play this team so far.
I do too. Running back 2, like we'll figure out running back 2 points. I like having a play that's a bit higher upside in a tight end premium league.
Think back to last year, people could bid on James Robinson literally right before the year. Like there still could be some randomness that happens, and someone could be on the waiver wire for us, and we're sitting pretty.
You almost have to assume that's the case, right? Who had even heard of Tony Jones before 3 days ago?
Exactly.
And now going 12th round, something similar to that will happen.
Of course.
It's truly wonderful. Yeah, literally had never heard of Tony Jones.
Fantasy's weird because like that happened Monday, but still like there's this thing of like trying to imagine the next thing happening feels like it won't happen to some degree. But it's like literally this Tony Jones guy happened Monday. Like that wasn't a thing we were thinking about at all. So there's just so much, like there's so much chaos. I think it's like, I don't know. It's almost like a defense mechanism or something that you kind of like refuse to let yourself understand how much chaos there is in the NFL.
Yeah. I'm with Ivan. If we would have done a running back, I probably would have pushed for McKissick there. Would you guys have liked him there?
That would have been good.
Over Hurts.
Or even over Gesicki if we would have gone a running back with one of those picks, like which running back available. I mean,
it's either McKissick or White, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it would have been okay for me, but again, that feels more like a 0 RB pick where I just need to get somebody who's going to score points for me early in the season while I figure out my RBs later. When you already have your anchor RB there, filling in that second spot, like with a pass catching back like that, isn't as important.
Yeah.
Quickly double taps Damian Williams, Trey
I
Lance.
mean, that's like
I mean,
perfect.
that was a gimme.
Yeah, that was an easy turn.
The running backs available right now look like the 19th round of an underdog draft, and there aren't 19 rounds.
I was kind of excited about Damian Williams potentially getting to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I actually was excited about Rashad Penny.
Yeah,
that's exactly
Guys, whatever the next running back is up on your queue, they're not coming.
Etienne, so you gonna make it back?
I don't know. We still have X in here.
Yeah.
There goes Fields. Feel good about the Hurts pick with Tannehill, Lance, and Fields all going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had to take Hurts at that turn.
I love this. The chat is just going to turn into everyone naming the deepest running back sleeper possible that they could come up with.
There goes Darrington. Darrington was in the queue.
The thing is that, for pretty much any of these teams except for Hubbard's team, all these excess running back, like they don't make any difference to their roster, right? I mean,
right.
They're probably being cut after week 1.
Yes.
Really seems like it's personal.
It's not. It's not personal.
I'd love to see a defense go off the board in round 13.
This is the environment that I'm more used to in FFPC. Like in the slow drafts, it hasn't really been like this. And I was wondering if things had changed a little bit.
I mean, I was looking at the ADPs earlier today, and they kind of had changed. There was so much yellow filling the board between, the 3rd and 7th rounds here, where you weren't seeing, the Damian Harris is going where they are. James Robinson moved up a lot. I really think we kind of hit a nice sweet spot here in terms of the news breaking and the injuries happening, where people are getting really excited about the shiny new toy.
There we go.
There's a defense. 2 of them.
2 defenses so
far. This is not my favorite pocket of the draft. I actually part of me says there's.
I put my pick in the chat.
I like here. Okay. There's a tight end who I'd be into here. I don't think we force RB. Like if people want to just keep grabbing them, like we said, they're going to end up on the waiver wire. There's a couple names that are interesting, but I don't know. I don't even know if we have to do it yet.
I kind of don't think so. I mean, right, at some point they will stop. Like it is excessive already, but they just naturally will stop.
I think we just keep. Oh, that's
I'm actually
Silas. That's a good point. You guys are making good points.
Pat, we're done at wide receiver, man.
Well, wide receiver and tight end is the same play. That's what I'm saying, man. We might not be done at wide receiver.
And that's why I'm saying we got Burrow as a smash pick here.
All right, so we're on the clock where the defense goes.
I'm going Burrow.
If this team crushes, Burrow's coming along for the ride.
All right, let's draft Burrow.
And I like Hurts as much as the next guy, but he's not Lamar Jackson where it's just we can just punt the QB. I like having 2 cracks at it, and we've already made a really big bet on this offense.
But there's 2 flex plays that I like more than a running back here.
Okay. I would agree with one of them. I don't think we need the other.
Okay.
Are you talking? Because I don't mind the tight end play, Pat.
Should we take the tight ends first and then Burrow come back around?
No, let's take Burrow now.
Okay.
Take Burrow because
Well, the tight end play is the same play as the wide receiver play. They're both.
and I
flex
like
guys.
the tight end play more. I think.
See, but
I like-
my reasoning for the wide receiver play is correlation. So
Yeah, we have a double stack. We get the wide receiver.
I got you.
Komet's just out there. I know I just spoiled it, but I mean,
I think
we already have two that are probably, I'd say Gesicki's probably tight end 14 at worst. So you already have two tight end one borderline, and we're already hoping that Pitts smashes. So
Yeah, I honestly was not thinking of Rager through the context of the double stack there, and just making a bet that one of Rager or Smith, emerges as the alpha. I think is I'll make an exception for 9 wide receivers here.
my only there's
Oh,
Komet
he
in
took
there.
Komet. Okay.
My
That makes it
only
easy.
other person that I'd be not pounding the table for, but putting into question is Latavius, just in case the Tony Jones news isn't real and he's getting 10 to 12 carries a week. He's our RB2.
There's also Freeman there. I think this offseason has been about as scary for Latavius as I can imagine.
And I know there's concerns that he's washed up, but do you not think he signs somewhere else and becomes involved?
I think it's possible. Yeah. I think
But I mean, I'm more on the wide receiver than I am Latavius, so I just wanted to see what everybody else thought.
Yeah, I would make the argument, Silas, that with all the news he could fall, but in this room he's not.
Yeah.
We'll go Rager.
Yeah, let's do Rager.
I think Rager's the pick.
I do think Latavius was a good suggestion though, and just selling the news there on that a bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thought. I mean, Pat's point though is correct that like even if we sell the news right, we may not be getting the right guy.
Yep. No, I agree with that. I just kind of wanted to see where everyone was at.
I know that turn puts us like structurally in a really awkward spot since we don't have a running back 2 yet, but I love it. I love that we got Burrow in another flex spot because the Komet, to me, one of Komet and Rager was a luxury pick that the board was asking us to take.
Yeah,
and we did. We took.
I think where our structure is determined. We're going to take 4 running backs, and then we're going to take our kicker and defense.
Yep.
Yeah. To Champ 21's point here, Rager will be dropped. I actually think that's part of the appeal of Rager or Komet is that both of them are quite droppable. Like you're banking on them to be quite a bit better than they were last season. And if we get 2 weeks into the season and they are not, then we're moving on. So it's a big home run swing that, if it's a whiff, it's a whiff. We move on. This is a spot where we were going to take otherwise like a total scratch off running back.
Yeah.
Like a total dart throw.
Yeah. Rager's not like Rashad Bateman or even like an Elijah Moore. Like if you draft Elijah Moore and he gets off to a slow start, I mean, you're riding that puppy out. Like you're banking on him coming on strong. With Rager, we have enough to know now if he's slow out of the gate and he's not commanding targets, like it's probably just not happening.
Right.
To go off what people are asking, what does Rager do for our team? If he shows he's the number 1 target for Hurts and Hurts is smashing, Rager's probably smashing. So he's probably a flex play for us.
We've made super big concentrated bets on the Eagles and the Bengals, and we've made bets where we feel pretty confident that we are going to get the wide receiver 1 on those teams.
And to go off what everybody's saying, yes, we probably should be taking home run swings at running back, but they're all so gross, seeing as Ramondre Stevenson went at the beginning of the 11th round. Like, there's just no point in us grabbing one now.
If anyone has
we
a
would have
home run
preferred
swing suggestion, I'm all ears. By all means, if there's home runs I'm missing, please tell me. But I'm not seeing any fat pitches over the plate, guys.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's like, what are the probabilities of the guys left at running back? And they're all so low. Rager's a former first-round pick, second-year player, really strong production profile. Like, there's a lot of reasons to think he could break out. And truly, if he doesn't break out 2-3 weeks in, like, he's actually quite easy to move on from. Where, to your point, Pete, with Bateman, like, Bateman you have to hold.
Yeah, if you're
Probably for
drafting
5-6
him,
weeks.
you're drafting him for the playoffs.
Right. And that is like a tougher sell, I think, as a luxury wide receiver 9.
Yes.
I would consider swapping Mecole for Pollard in retrospect, but
I would
Tony
like
Pollard is my Lord and Savior.
I would like Rojo over Hardman. I don't think no, Pollard wasn't available to us. Pollard was coming
No, he
back
was.
in the 10th.
No, he was. Sony, Jamal, Pollard, Drake, Gus, Singletary, Gio, Rojo, Lindsey, Madison were all available at the
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that 2v2. That's if I think that's the spot where you're like, we could have taken a running back there.
See, but again, I don't hate taking the up. I don't hate taking the upside swing of Mecole. Like,
Me neither.
what happens if Tyreek goes down? Mecole's going in probably the 2-3 turn.
And Nez, no, what we're saying is we have regrets on the Hardman pick, not the Gesicki. I mean, all the running backs were gone by the Gesicki. If there was a running back we liked there, we would have taken him. I think it was just the one there we would do that 2v2 over.
And also, like, the Gesicki pick is over guys like McKissick and James White, which, that'll help get you through the early part of the season. But Hardman, you're giving up a little bit more upside with a guy like Pollard. I mean, Pollard, obviously, one of the elite handcuffs. So, I feel like we waited out the room.
Never, I mean, don't ever tempt an RB heavy room to keep taking RBs.
I think they're done.
AJ Green's usually the bat signal for that.
Sham's asking when we're drafting Lane Johnson. I do like that the idea of a double stack is somehow worth trolling and mockery.
Like, what happens if the Eagles are just so much better than people think, and going into the playoffs, we're one of the only teams that have all three? I might be getting ahead of myself, but
yeah.
Based on the fact we have two teams that are drafting Naheem Hines in the 8th round and Terrence Marshall in the 9th, I think we have a pretty good shot of getting out of here.
Yeah, this is we're gonna find some fun RB picks here.
If anything, the weekly waiver wire conversations will be lively.
Oh yeah. That's
Can't wait
the
to
thing.
drop 300 on a dusty running back.
Who wants to look, guys? We got this the stamp of approval by a man named Philly on our Philly heavy team here.
Thanks, Philly.
Thanks, Philly.
Love it.
Yeah, did we get
Marshawn Lynch is still available.
Oh my god.
I mean, we could still take Travis Etienne. Like,
Quadri Allison
here,
goes. That's someone I wanted.
Yeah,
Is it just me, or is this draft going extremely fast?
it is. I like it.
Yeah, it like objectively is.
There goes a
People know
kicker.
who they want and who they want are running backs.
It does make it easier when you can just flip to the position you want and just draft the guy at the top of the ADP list.
Who is Dennis Johnson? Is that some old? I don't even know who that is.
I am confused.
Josh,
Does he
you
need
need to talk.
Dearness Johnson?
Yeah.
Is that like a reference from the mid 2000s or something that I didn't get?
That one went past me.
I think so. This isn't a guy we always take, Pete, but I'm going to move him to the top of the queue. I think this would be my preferred guy here.
Let me see what kind of crazy perverted shit you just put. I keep wanting to say that's early, but it's not early.
It's not early, and it fits with the build. It fits with what we've already made a bet on.
Yeah. Yes. I think we do want to think about someone that we can get some touches from week 1 as well.
Well, there's not. I mean, my boy's still here, so
right, and that's why I'm saying I would almost rather prioritize that.
Do him? Okay.
And because that you're playing slightly. I guess they're very similar ADP. I think both will be fine to get here.
There's also this guy that's third in the queue.
Yes.
I kind of lean him just in we hope and pray.
I kind of like that. I mean, Silas already.
Well, that also fits. That also fits with what we're doing too. So.
Oh wait, you moved it here on me. I thought Silas was talking about Latavius.
I think he's talking about Boston Scott.
No, I was not talking about Boston Scott.
Yeah, he's talking about. Okay. I think let's do Latavius. I think he, like you said, I wasn't willing to, buy or sell the news the round before, but I think at this point, I mean, it's worth it.
I take back everything I ever said about him. Latavius is
everybody has a price, and I think Latavius in this build, I think makes a ton of sense.
If he's still on the roster and he's not the number 3, he's our guaranteed RB2.
Yeah,
that's true, and he's the easiest cut of all time.
Exactly.
You know exactly what Latavius's role is.
Yep.
Okay.
In the 15th round, if he's actually still on that team, he's a smash.
Latavius Murray is the RB2. It's so ideological.
Tell that to my best ball teams. He's like my highest owned player. This news about Tony Jones is not good.
Well, Sean Payton is notoriously reliable, so.
Where are you guys at on the remaining running backs in the queue? Ty Johnson selected.
I was kind of
that's who I was just going to make a case for. All right. I think we go. I think we do our Bengal guy then.
I think we go. Yeah, Samaje Perine, I think, is the move. He fits with what the other thing with Samaje. Now, generally, we just need someone to help us get through week 1 with the running back points, but we took Latavius to help us do that. In scenarios where Samaje is playing, they're passing a lot. He's a smash.
I also don't mind Silas's suggestion here too.
My only other thing is Justin Jackson. We know Eckler gets hurt. They're saying he pretty much has a stranglehold on the RB2 role. We've seen he can be good, whereas Samaje Perine is just.
Perine's like a pure handcuff and a guy we might just end up cutting right away because we're having to find some, dare I say, usable weeks early on in the season.
But Perine, I think, also might have some standalone value depending on how real this Joe Mixon pass catching thing is.
Can't you argue the same for Justin Jackson? Are they actually going to give Eckler a full workload?
I think Jackson might have more standalone value but less contingent value because Kelly would be pretty heavily involved.
Fair.
Yeah.
So Perine?
I'll leave it up to you, G. You get 2 seconds.
Perine it is.
Literally the least pressure-filled decision of all time. What's Jackson's current status though? Is he just out on the COVID list? Is that his thing?
Justin Jackson?
Yeah.
I didn't.
He was back. He was on the COVID list, but he's back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a month ago.
I think he did have some injury recently though, but I don't think it was super serious. Groin issue. We love the groin issues. DeAndre Swift, Justin Jackson.
Man, if groin takes out both DeAndre Swift and Justin Jackson, the season's just going to be the worst.
Taking out some of the greats.
He injured his groin on in the August 15th preseason.
Sorry, that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's worth keeping in mind for maybe the other Chargers running backs.
Josh Norris is a wind-up doll that just keeps saying random running back names.
The thing about it too is like, if Josh made a real suggestion, we'd probably take it. But instead, he's suggesting guys who don't.
Yeah, Josh, give us some of your inside sources here. All right, I know you're plugged in.
Please don't suggest Damian Harris. He's been selected. God damn it! Josh, I literally said that as you were typing. That was a mind melt.
Ryan Fitzpatrick after you draft Patrick Mahomes. Your wide receiver 4 is Emmanuel Sanders.
Wide receiver 4 is Emmanuel Sanders. You love that.
Wide receiver 2 is Sterling Shepard.
Trevor Lawrence in the 15th round to Hubbard seems like
Yeah.
a gift, but I don't like.
Nobody likes to draft Trevor Lawrence, huh?
I don't know
I don't
why.
get it. I've been
Makes
drafting
sense,
a
like-
ton of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't just the number 1 pick in the draft and like the second coming for the last 3 years.
People use the preseason to evaluate talent, which is wild to me. Like,
But
I guess
hasn't-
like if I have no other data points, I'll be like, oh, that guy might be good. But we have a lot of other data points here.
Hasn't he had a good preseason? He's had some good throws. Like why are people down on him?
I don't know. He did win the quarterback competition today.
Everyone was sweating that one.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are people just so weary of Urban that I don't know?
I think that's part of it. I think people are very nervous about Urban. I think Urban, and I hate defending Urban, but I think he might be good for Lawrence in the sense that he seems to be really insistent that the offense move faster than Bevel would have it move. And if that is his major input, that's good. Like I guess it doesn't really matter to Lawrence. Like it's not going to affect Lawrence if he keeps trading away guys, on the defensive side or bringing in Tim Tebow or whatever. If someone gets hurt, like that shit just doesn't really matter. It's annoying, but it's not going to affect Trevor Lawrence. And also, we don't need the Jaguars to win games. We just need Trevor Lawrence to run around and do fun stuff.
The biggest concern for Trevor Lawrence is his line. I mean, he has the weapons, but can he stay upright? The same thing for Burrow.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
with some of these guys, I'm like, a bad line, like the Fields line, right? The Bears have a terrible offensive line. Good. Like, I want this guy running for his life. You know what I mean? Like, from a fantasy perspective, like, I want him on the move. That's, like, good. I mean, it's like the Bears can be a 6-win team, and Justin Fields can absolutely smash this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from those Bears teams where Jay Cutler was just getting swallowed every play, right? I mean,
Right.
we've already seen Fields use his legs a ton during the preseason.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been awesome. Fields is going to be a star. I saw it in the preseason.
Andy Dalton, QB1 though.
Oh, so gross.
All right, guys. After the show, leave in the comments your favorite random running back. Okay, you've been bringing it in the comments tonight in the chat. We need to see it in the comments.
Even better if you have a picture of their 1991 Pro Set card.
Exactly.
Lawrence Burrow.
Someone pointed out that we have 2 running backs with a Week 10 bye, which is
That's hilarious.
hilarious.
Oh, I'm so
As if
scared.
these are going to be our running backs in Week 10.
That's like your
There's
house
no
is
way.
burning and you're worried about the cookies.
We're churning. We're churning.
We're churning and
Latavius
burning.
might get cut by the Saints. Like, for real. So, we're churning.
I actually hope he does. It'll make the decision a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, we have 2 more dusty running backs to add, so we might have an easy decision without Latavius. I kind of like that suggestion, Pete.
Yeah, I like him a lot here.
Okay.
I think he's like one of the last running backs who I think whose role could actually grow just based on talent and not injury.
Yep. Yep, I agree with you. All right. Let's see if we're going to get sniped in the 17th round on a running back. My teams already have
Big snipe.
gorged themselves on running back.
Oh, they are feasting. They are stuffed.
They have
Get
the top
in my
button undone. They're leaning back. They're leaning back in the chair.
I love the
little bit of drool coming down the chin.
All right. Yeah. Grab
Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Gainwell's a smash here.
Yes. Smash it.
He's also somebody who was going, 4 or 5 rounds earlier, just like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yes. And I don't even know what changed.
He's a 15th round pick the last 3 days. So
Yeah, it's crazy. This is to feel good about the running back pick in the 17th round. I didn't think that would happen.
So the only I don't mind if we who does the defense play week 1?
give me a sec.
So they're on the road.
They are on the road,
Yeah.
but that offense doesn't scare me.
What's the rest of their schedule?
Yeah, what is week 2?
I closed it. Hold on.
So they played their
week 2 is bad. Week 2
Yeah.
is bad. Week 3 is good. Week 4 could potentially be good.
You either have to set it and forget it against the Chiefs or not, because we're not with this roster. We're going to need every spot for running back stashes. We're not going to carry 2. So I would avoid it here.
The only thing that I'll say for FFPC is points are the only thing that really matters. Yards don't matter, like if you're looking at any other league. And they're going to probably sack the quarterback, and they'll probably have a couple turnovers. So the worst they can do is drop 0. They can't go negative.
But
But I mean, I don't really care. I'm not gonna plant the flag on a defense.
Yeah.
what about Justin Jackson, who's still here?
Yeah.
I already argued for him, so
Yeah.
I'm going with Justin
I would
Jackson.
do
This is-
Justin Jackson.
Silas wins all of his arguments 1 round later.
Well, I like that you kind of moved on. You were like, well, I lost that one, and then I moved to the defense. But like, we like.
I just didn't expect him to still be there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice.
I do think we played this right, because there's no difference between the round 15 through 18 running backs as there is the rounds 13 and 14.
They're the same.
Backs. Yeah.
They're the exact
Well,
same.
wasn't Latavius near the top, if not the top of the ADP list in round 13?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His
I
ADP
mean,
is like 130. So
yeah, sorry guys. I'll scroll down.
138, I think.
Tojo, really shifted the market. Dude, Crane, how have we not coined the hyper Tojo strategy yet?
Hyper
Tojo.
What's
Tony Jones.
Oh,
The hyper Tojo strategy.
You just did, dude. You coined
Hyper
it.
Tojo, baby. It's all the rage.
Hyper Tojo. Tojo's gonna end up going before Rojo. That's where we're headed.
Oh yeah.
That's the world we're headed to. That's the other thing with the Rojo stuff, is that I'm so used to Rojo being priced at a point that's like bizarre, and he's not now. Like he's a little bit of a value, but like it used to be, like he was priced like when there wasn't Leonard Fournette there and there wasn't a pass catcher that was solid. It was Daria Gumbawale. He was priced at like 2 rounds cheaper than he is now.
I'm still shook that I was the one pounding the table for Rojo of this crew.
I will say, like, I enjoyed that moment when I had to be like, Pete, get some perspective, dude.
I did get the W on that one though. We would like that one back.
Yeah, but I still think we should have taken Pollard.
I think with this team, I would have preferred Rojo. But I do like Pollard too.
I mean, Rojo's going to get, 6 to 8 carries week 1, but they're going to rotate all 3 backs, like 5-6 points. We're hoping he falls into the end zone. I'd rather take that chance with Mecole actually bursting out and, getting the same thing from Latavius.
Yeah. It's true. If
we get Latavius, that'd be huge.
If Latavius is in his same role as last year, that's exactly what you're getting 5 rounds later.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't really see a difference between them. So that's how I feel about it. Like, yeah, would it have been nice to grab like Jamal Williams, Tony Pollard, Kenyon Drake, Gus Edwards? Probably, but you're pulling hairs. We have way more upside in this build, and 2-3 weeks down the line, this team could be an absolute smash. We could have 4 high wide receiver 2/ wide receiver 1s.
The least important position in an FFPC starting lineup is running back 2. And we certainly push that to the extreme tonight, but it doesn't change the fact that it's the least important position.
Yep.
Yeah, and if we were at the other side of the board, I think we would have done like with all the wide receivers gone. I'm trying to see if there's any. Because it was Shark and Hardman were like the last guys in the tier, so we grabbed one of them. And then where Hubbard took Gus Edwards, like if that was the spot we're in, I think we go with Gus or Singletary. Like it wasn't an ideological decision to skip running back. It was like we felt like there was a wide receiver tier break that hadn't happened yet.
I mean, would we truthfully the only time I brought the only guy that was a value running back at any of our picks was Ronald Jones based on ADP. He had slid like 3 or 4 picks past ADP. There was no other ADP values at basically any point of our draft. I mean, the middle of the board was just vacuuming them.
Was Saquon an ADP value?
This is about where he's been going.
Pick or something?
Yeah.
It was 1 pick.
Yeah. All right. We scooped the value.
You let Saquon fall 1 pick. We will make you pay.
We'll scoop him.
All right. Now to the funnest part of the draft.
God. I put a couple in the queue, but feel free to add some more.
Let me see what crazy shit you're up to in this queue.
You want to pull up a schedule, Pete?
I'm looking at it. I don't have it on the screen.
Can you share it?
I have them.
Yeah. No, I mean, let's just play this cool. Cool as a cucumber here. I like Gormanji knows what he's doing.
I like that we've openly talked several times about guys we wanted, and now when it comes to defense, this is the time to be all under wraps.
For sure.
Both of his suggestions are beautiful. I vetted them. I fact checked it.
Are those the ones in the queue? They're not in the queue, though.
Yeah, they are in the queue.
They're in the queue, Pat. I'm staring at them. And
What
they're
do they
beautiful.
play in the chat, then? I have no way to obtain this information.
All right, Pat. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in the chat. Team?
I know. Yeah, I got that. Who do they play?
Yeah, that's what I'm writing. This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. You're writing this instead of saying it. All right, that's pretty nice.
Thank you.
I think their week 3 or 4 games really nice too.
Brett Safe, don't call me a boomer, dude. It's rude.
Dude, Pat is kind of low key a boomer sometimes.
That's why I gotta hang out Davis. So
you're actually wrong. It goes Steelers, Dolphins.
Who's the boomer now, Pete?
For what?
Can't even use the internet.
They play the Steelers week 1.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a preseason game.
Yeah.
Even better.
They play.
Even better. The thesis of the play. Okay, guys, we said earlier we were done objectifying Gourmandji, okay? Got everyone a little hot under the collar tonight.
It's the tank. I'm
We're
telling
gonna
you.
have a horse named after you soon. You and Levitt.
I'd love to see it. Just put it out to stud immediately.
Let's go.
Which one of these 2 do you want?
Circle the wagons, baby.
Yeah.
No, circle the wagon.
Buffalo's just the best team.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Get the Steelers week 1.
Sick value, dude. Absolutely sick.
Now let's scramble to find a kicker.
Imagine letting Buffalo fall to us in the 19th.
Let's text Denny.
Dude, I love. How about some goatenship, dude?
Yeah, goggles, baby. Goggles.
The chat is on fire. Let me see your all caps Rodrigos in the chat, everybody. Stand on your feet and shout Rodrigo. I don't care if you wake up your wife and your small child.
They will certainly understand. Honey, it's for an NFL kicker. He plays for the Colts and wears goggles.
Kicker Chasing. It's the show where we chase the best kickers. The kickers that help you win championships. The biggest legs, the breaking news. It's everything you've come to love and know. The time is now for Kicker Chasing. Let's get some fucking kickers. Oh, yeah! We just drafted fucking Rodrigo Blankenship. Oh, yeah!
I really wish I had a pair of goggles that I could have went to get to reappear, but my headphones just died.
Yeah. Pat used this as he thinks he could do a bathroom break because I have some pre-roll footage. I mean, what the hell?
You're rolling the Rodrigo clip?
Oh yeah, we rolled the Rodrigo clip. It was glorious.
Back.
Imagine not having a clip for at least one player you draft on every stream. Guys, we did it. The main event team is in the books. How are we feeling?
I think this team has a lot of potential. I mean, people are going to hate on our running backs. I mean, Denny Carter might make a single video about our draft tomorrow, but loves our wide receivers. I think we should have grabbed another running back.
The tilt factor will be just off the charts.
The thing, I mean, it's, Sean and Colin already kind of paved the way with their true zero RB roster that just absolutely tilted everyone. So it's not quite the hand grenade on Twitter, but people are already tilted. We already saw it in the chat. They're tilting.
I mean, it does sound insane to say when you look at the 4 running backs we drafted at the end, but it just literally is not concerning. I mean, there's 2 weeks until the season. We have Saquon, we'll figure it out. And so many wide receivers we love, and then potential upside guys who could smash at any point. So
I think in some ways people are more tilted by this build than a zero running back build because they just hate how long we waited for the running back too. They just hate it.
So this is a very good point by Nick. Have we verified that we have no bye week conflicts yet? So we have a ton of week 14 buys by proxy of drafting a ton of Eagles and also Will Fuller. We have a ton of week 10 buys because of the Bengals and the Giants as well. This team is dead. It's just week 14 and 10. I mean, just wave the white flag.
Yeah, but think how hard it was.
Yeah, I did pour a little whiskey to toast this team. I really like this team. I think it's a really fun team. We got the
It's very
Bengals
fun.
double stack with Burrow with the Samaje P. Ryan edition. That's pretty sick.
Let's
We got
all
a
go
Hurts
around
double
the
stack.
Let's all go around the horn and say our favorite pick. First, Matt, you go.
For me, it's between Pitts and T. Higgins, but I'm going to go T. Like I was saying, we kept getting shut out on him, and like it's so far ahead of ADP. But like, I mean, I just think he could easily next year be talking about him at like somebody you're drafting at the 1-2 turn. And then, I like so many of these picks, but I'll stop there.
All right. Silas, your favorite non-T. Higgins pick?
I mean, I was the one that was on Barkley, where everyone else was kind of on Ridley. So that's probably my favorite pick, just because it allowed us to do so much of what we wanted to do, where we pissed yellow. If it wasn't Saquon, it's probably Odell as wide receiver 28. Like, we're grabbing him as a wide receiver 3. He could end up as a low end wide receiver 1. The upside on this team is just crazy for me. I really like it.
Pat, favorite pick?
Jamar Chase. Getting with the 5'11". I mean, this is a guy that like I thought I was going to be so underweight on this year when he's going kind of the mid-4th range, and you're getting T in the late 5th. So like, I'm just not going to have any exposure to Chase, and I love Chase. I think he's an awesome prospect, but to have it flipped is so exciting too. And then we also we're the ones who flipped it by getting Higgins, so it's pretty sweet. The Chase pick, I don't know, it's a delight.
Yeah, you guys named some very good ones. Mine is a little off the board in that he's not a guy I've targeted. I've thought he is too expensive. But getting Devonta Smith where we did, I thought normally he's going in a tier where I'm not comfortable, and I felt like he was the end of a really nice tier break there. And we kind of knew we could sit on guys like Fuller and Hardman and Elijah Moore. So I'm stoked on getting a Devonta Smith share here. I think he's just maybe really good at football. And the fact that we now just made a bet on the Eagles, I feel even better about that where we got hurt. So I'm excited about our Eagles exposure here.
And Kyle Pitts at the 311, I think, is pretty fun. Like, that's
It is fun.
And honestly, I'll say like the Saquon pick may have saved the team, because this room was so running back heavy. We didn't know that at the time. We had some inklings, right? Najee Harris going 201 thing, but we didn't know. And if we had taken Ridley there, we would have had so much value. It would have been so hard to. The 2v2s would have sucked.
They would have
sucked. I think
Good.
Barkley was an awesome pick.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I love having the kind of luxury upside picks. I love that we didn't capitulate in trying to chase the bad running back values there. I'm glad we got Gesicki and Burrow, who do look like luxury picks, but I don't think it'll be that crazy if either of them are starting for us at multiple points this season.
Yep.
All right, guys. I mean, we did it. Ship Chasing Live main event draft #1 in the books. We're going to be back tomorrow night at same time. We'll kick it off a little bit before 10. Gretch will be back in the seat, and our dear friend Crack Rock will be here to crank purple. I know he was giving a standing ovation to that Gesicki pick, and he would have said go Komet too, coming right back probably. Silas, any final words here from your live draft experience?
No, just had fun with you guys. Really, really enjoyed this team, and looking forward to managing this team and hopefully winning $500,000 together.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna spend it, but I think we will have no problem spending it. More takes, exactly. Gormanji, you feeling good about this team?
I really, really like this team. Yeah. Use the word fun. Like, it's just all around a really fun team. Like, players are just going to want to enjoy watching, and that can just absolutely go nuclear.
Yep.
And plus, we get to root for the Eagles and Bengals. Who doesn't want to do that all year?
There you go. There you go. 2 tortured franchises, and we are going to hitch our wagons to them.
We're going to bring the glory.
Pat, any final words here?
No, I think this team is a ton of fun. I love the upside. And I think like it'll be fun trying to figure out running back too. We're going to get a bunch more information. I love the Latavius. I love the gigantic range of outcomes on him, the gigantic range of outcomes on Justin Jackson. Like, we're going to feel really good about this pick, so we're going to feel like we've got guys to cut and feel really good about who we end up adding on waivers. So figuring out running back 2, I think, is actually going to be fun.
Yep. And again, one of the super fun things about co-managing with a bunch of different people is getting the same textured teams. Like, I mean, no one wants to watch Pat and I draft the exact same team 100 times over, and Lord knows we would do it. Thank you to Silas and Matt for joining us, pushing us in fun, interesting directions. Like I said, 5 main event drafts over the next 5 days. If you guys want to become members, you can get access to the Discord. You join through the YouTube. Go into the Discord. The link is down below. You sync it up, get access to that channel, all kinds of good stuff. And it's not too late. If you want to join us in Vegas, we're going to have a party on Friday evening. Excited to meet a lot of you. So for Gormanji, for Silas, for Pat, I'm Pete. We will see you guys tomorrow with Crack Rock.